Hi, I'm Veronica G. Red, and I'm a director and pretty much the only participant of the White Tween project. As a horror and macabre artist, I have been doing quite a bit of research on all the writings, old and weird, pretty much anything that can inspire visual aspect of the horror genre. And a couple of days ago, I had been reading through the fairy tale section of the local library, and I have come across an interesting book. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it out, but it is called The Book of Morbid Tales by Dean Rees-Avady, which I'm pretty sure some of you can find on the internet. And there was one fairy tale in particular, well, not fairy tale per se, but more of a morbid fable that got me interested, and I wrote it down, and I would like to read it out loud for you. And apparently it is a fable from medieval Europe with the source and location unknown, so the book says. There was a village just on the edge of the great forest with no more than a dozen of houses. In the smallest and the poorest one of all there lived an old woman with her only son, who was known around the village for being weak in the head. He did nothing but wandered around the great forest all day long and talked to the trees. When the old woman died of age and illness, he did not grieve for her, but instead told everyone that he can bring her back. He went around village houses gathering all the white cloth he could find. He got 6 pieces of white fabric that he wrote a 6 invitations on for his dead mother. Then he went deep into the great forest and tied the pieces onto 6 trees. For 2 days after that he stayed in the shack. Villagers tried to call him out, but not a single noise could be heard in return. On the 3rd day he appeared, dazed and pale, and without saying a single word, went back into the great forest. There, under the trees, he found his mother, wrapped tightly in all white. She followed him back to the village, but it says that when he was walking back, no one could be seen following him. The night passed, and the next morning he ran out of the shack, completely out of his mind. He chased after the villagers, screaming in unknown, horrifying sounds. After getting a hold on Crazed Boy, the villagers decided to tie him up and put him back in the shack, even though he was begging and crying out, "Please, she's in there, she's going to steal me." But still, they put him in the shack and waited the night, deciding what to do with him. For the entire night, the shack was filled with screams and sobs and other noises that made village people shiver with fear. In the morning, everything went quiet, and when villagers went back in the shack, all they discovered was a pile of tattered white fabric stained with blood. The boy had never been seen again. It is not the only creepy tale in the book. It is more or less filled with all kinds of stories that have people suffer and dying from the unknown forces that they willfully invited in their lives. But that one, for some reason, just caught my attention because, I don't know, it doesn't really have much detail in it saying that it has to be a forest that somebody died in, or it has to be done after midnight. It's quite open, so I'm gonna do it just for the fun of it and see what happens. And if anything, well, I wonder if I can make a story out of it. So yeah, today is the day, morning really, but it will be the day when I shall find the nearby forest, make my invitations, and see what happens. Yeah.